Right, we're here at Cromwell now, catching up with Craig Rail. Firstly, Craig, hello.
Yeah, hello Paul, nice to meet you once again. You're a long way from home, but certainly it's been a good week.
Everyone gets to hear your dulcet tones nearly every Saturday night. I'm going to ask you about that in a minute, if you get to do Bendigo tonight as well. But been great hearing your voice the last 3 days, anyway, or last 5 days, I suppose it's been, but the 3 race meetings that we've had here. This is just an amazing carnival, isn't it? These 3 days that they have down here in the Central Otagos.
It is, and all tracks are different. You go to Omakau and it's a big track and a spacious track. Then you head to Roxburgh and it's a lot tighter on the bends, a 1,000-metre track. Today we're on the grass, so it's so different at each venue. But the crowds just roll in. It's very much a holiday affair, very much a tourist area here, and I think the racing really capitalises on it. It's great.
Oh, it's great, and I think the way all the participants get behind it, like most of them have been camping here or I think at Roxburgh, they were camping at either the grounds. They let the facilities so people can work the horses. Everyone buys into it and has fun, and it's an amazing carnival. Not Little Brown Jug-ish or New Zealand Cup sort of stuff, but it's something I reckon a lot of people should come to because it's a great time of year to be down here, down south.
And have a look at the surroundings, Paul. It's just beautiful here amongst the mountains, and the scenery's fantastic. You're on the lake. We had breakfast this morning on the lake. It's just a fantastic area, and when the crowds get involved, you get plenty of atmosphere. It's just terrific. So if you're thinking about coming along next year, this is the place to be.
I found myself at Roxburgh just probably looking too much at the hills around instead of actually the horses, because you're right, it's so unique and it is a beautiful part of the world, and I can't get over the people. I reckon they're just an amazing people. I mean, now everyone's open, happy. They want you to succeed.
Yeah, they do. I found that when tragedy struck this year with my wife, the amount of people that got behind me and just rang and sent me gifts or just that were there for me, it was just mind-blowing. And even over Christmas, Alex Milne and his wife Karen, they rang me up just before Christmas and said, if you're by yourself, come to our place for Christmas. I mean, to open their home to somebody that's a virtual stranger, it's just amazing. The people here are lovely. They're fantastic.
They do the same to me. Just on that, how are you travelling? There'll be a lot of people asking. I wasn't sure whether we bring it up or not, but how are you travelling?
I say, and Steve Hardy's gone through the same thing in Australia as well, and he says the same thing. You're virtually existing. You're not living. It's with you every day. And I went up to the lake last year because Tracy was here last year, and I went up to the lake where we were yesterday on the day off and just sat there where we were last year and just reflected and had a bit of a cry. And I'm struggling mentally. Which is also having an effect on me a bit physically, but we're getting through, and there's people there that are with me and I can talk to, and Tracy's brother's here today in the judge's box, and he's been great, Aaron. So there are people that I can rely on.
That's great, and I think that's what we need. And the fact that you're so open, I'm sure you'll get a few other people come up and put their hand around you, and because it does mean a lot. And we undersell how great a community harness racing is. It don't matter where you are in the world. It's a great community, isn't it?
It certainly is, and just recently Katie Cox, of course, she's ill, and the community's just rallied around her and to trying to get her to get to America and get the treatment. So the racing industry as a whole is just absolutely fantastic. It's like one big family, I think.
It is, and it doesn't matter where you are. I said there before about your dulcet tones. Everyone in Australia, well, Victoria especially on 927, they hear you every Saturday night, and some of the other feature nights. How do you do today? I was thinking about when I was driving here. I'm thinking, I wonder how is it all pre-recorded, or do you are you going to be stopping and getting on the phone from time to time?
A bit of a scramble today, yeah, a bit of a half and half, But I did notice that the late finish today and the early finish at Bendigo tonight. So we've got the things in place, but in between races I'll be doing a little bit on Bendigo and just jumping on the races when the races come. So we're just going to play it by ear.
Bendigo Pacing Cup, Garrard's Horse and Hound Bendigo Pacing Cup, Aldebaran Park, Aldebaran Mile. It's a ripping night of harness racing. If you are here somewhere and you want something to do, just tune into the TAB because there's some real fields going around today. They got a great field for both races too.
Oh, they certainly have. I think Beyond Delight's going to be really hard to beat in the Bendigo Cup. He was so unlucky last start from the inside of the second line. He's racing in great form. It's good to see Max Delight getting back into a bit of form. He's also a bit of a chance in the race. And of course, the Maori Mile's got Queen Elida and the Mufasa Metro back from the end of Dominion, so it's a great race. I'm Ready Jet was fantastic last start. I thought she's right back to her best. And RC Phoenix, of course, Super Series champion. He's drawn there too, but he doesn't have a great deal of gate speed. Visionary might be a knockout chance from the pole because she might trail Queen Elida, and if there's pace on, you know that trailing the leader using the sprint lane's the place to be. So yeah, some good. Great racing tonight at Bendigo, and looking forward to that, and looking forward to some great racing here too.
Well, indeed, it'll be interesting to see those two horses back up from the end of Dominion, because it was so hot, so humid there, that if they have been able to recover in time and back to their best, which does add that intrigue, as you said. I did a thing with I'm Ready Jet, just a sneaky one for people, track work, and I said on no times it's just for the love of the trotter and why we do this sport and try and eat a little bit differently. But anyone wondering, the black horse next was Visionary, and the last workout she looked to be travelling every bit as good as I'm Ready Jet. She's drawn the pole. She might be that sneaky little each way odds, I reckon, tonight.
And she's one of those horses that can sprint to the line quickly with the right trail forward. She's just going to get that right run tonight. So yeah, that's certainly one that is a knockout chance. It wouldn't surprise me if she got up.
No. Craig, good to see you. Great to see you. I look forward to today. Hearing some great racing, and we'll get this interview out so people are aware that it is on, and it's going to be super racing. First start to roughly Australia at 12 o'clock, so 2 o'clock here, which is a late start but a late finish, but gorgeous day. Great to catch up with you, mate, and thank you very much for giving me a bit of time.
Yeah, no problem at all, Paul. A pleasure. I certainly miss Australia. I certainly miss Victoria. And one day, hopefully, I'll be back, and we can have a good time and see how we go. But at the moment, I'm very happy also here in New Zealand. Now that I'm working a bit more full time and I'm getting a bit more of a go, I'm sort of a lot happier than what I was a couple of years ago.
I was happy to hear the other day too, further back than Walla Walla. I haven't heard it for a long time. It was a long way back to that horse, but it took a while. I think it took you 2 days, so you brought it out, but you got it out eventually.
Funnily enough, one of the stewards texted me after the race and said, Walla Walla's missed on the New Zealand public. They won't know what you're talking about.
Keep doing it. Don't let them worry about it. Thank you very much, mate.
Thanks, Paul.